Long, long ago in Silbaripur Kingdom, King Shurapani had ordered that deer, wild pig, peacock, and wild buffalo should not be hunted. At that time, the disciples of the Guruji in the ashram there were a bit naughty. If Guruji wasn't paying attention, they would look for a chance to do mischief. Once, Guruji had to go to a place that was a week's walk away. Those days became a golden opportunity for the disciples to have fun. On the fourth day, the disciples decided to hunt deer in the forest. They tried to surround one, but because they didn't know how to hunt properly, the deer tricked them and kept running. The disciples followed behind. While running like this, the deer ran into the garden of the royal scholar in the border village of the forest and fell into a big pit. The scholar noticed the disciples trying to lift the deer out using a noose made of tree vines. Looking at their clothes, the scholar immediately understood that they were Guruji's disciples. The scholar had been upset with Guruji for a long time, so he pretended not to see the disciples taking the deer away. Moreover, the scholar thought this was a good opportunity to put Guruji in trouble. He informed the palace about this at the right time. The soldiers came rushing on horseback behind the disciples. At that time, they were cooking deer meat in a cave in the forest. They were caught red-handed and brought to the palace. The king started questioning the disciples. The disciples cried out, "Your Majesty, please forgive us. We are learning now that we should not hunt deer." Then, the scholar came forward as a witness. "Your Majesty, the incompetence and carelessness of the Guruji of the ashram have led these disciples to become bad. It is time for your Majesty to think if there is a need for such an ashram in this kingdom. Moreover, it is the duty of a knowledgeable Guruji to give such prior warnings to the disciples." The scholar's mind was filled with excitement at the thought of getting Guruji into trouble. The king thought for a while. Then, he gave his judgment. "Guards, give each of these disciples 1 whip and send them away, and give this scholar 10 whips. The scholar was shocked. "Your Majesty, I am a famous scholar in this kingdom. The Guruji who let the disciples loose and allowed them to hunt animals should be punished." Should be punished. I am not wrong at all. The disciples killed the deer when Guruji was away on a journey. But you, being a scholar, could have stopped them from doing so. But you didn't say anything to trap Guruji. Mistakes made by those who have more knowledge are very serious. The scholar's eyes went dark. Moral of the story: those who gain knowledge through higher education have a greater responsibility towards society. When someone is standing confused at the crossroads of life, they should at least be able to point the way. That is, they should remember that knowingly committing mistakes, not giving guidance to others, and remaining indifferent by closing their eyes are serious offenses.